Following that, the violence in Burundi, because of course of the continuing political crisis, we understand there's a refugee influx in Tanzania. Men, women and children are escaping Burundi and they're heading off to Tanzania, and they're settling in a camp known as Nyarugusu camp. Well, we want to speak to Olivier Antona, who's the emergency coordinator for Doctors Without Borders in Tanzania. He's joining us via Skype. It's great to talk to you this afternoon. Maybe you can start and tell us what exactly is the situation in Nyarugusu camp.
The situation in Nyarugusu, Tanzania, is we receive a lot of people since more than 1 month, an average of 400-500 a day, which it's quite in between 2,000 3,000 a week, with a very big peak before the 29th of June, before the first election, the parliamentary and communal election in Burundi.
Oh, Olivier, what exactly do the refugees need right now?
Because the camp was initially produced for 64,000 Congolese, since they were there since 20 years, 97. And so the new arrival actually we have more than 140,000 population in the camp, and they need the service of water, sanitation, food, shelter, and health to follow. And that's where MSF has a role to play, because all the actors, they need help to increase the services in the camp.
Now, you know, the political crisis doesn't seem to have an end right now, because the rebels have promised to continue waging their war as long as, you know, the president continues with his bid for the presidency. From your point of view, from where you sit, what is your comment on this? That, you know, this is not going to end anytime soon, and we'll probably have more and more refugees fleeing Burundi.
We follow for sure the political situation in Burundi, but we as a humanitarian actor, we interfere more acting in the camp. We follow the contingency plan shared and elaborated by United High Commissioner of Refugees, and yeah, for sure it's not a good not information, but the HCR, they are in their plan to receive more than 150,000 people, and at least we have now 75 or 78 people who have crossed away to the border, meaning that we are waiting to double this population.
Olivier, how long has MSF been in the camp? And you know, I said earlier that, you know, this problem does not seem to have an end right now. What is your projection of how the situation will be like in the days to come?
MSF arrived in the camp end of May due to the very big risk of cholera epidemic, which has been stopped by the intervention of all the actors on hygiene, quality of water, and right now vaccination, OCD campaign vaccination. And so our projection is at minimum to be involved as emergency partner during the next 3 months, but we will continue probably until the end of year. We have received authorization by the Tanzanian authority to work in the region until the end of 2015.
Finally, Olivier, have you been in contact with officials in Burundi, and what do they make of the situation, if you have been?
No, I have no direct contact with the responsible in Burundi. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Olivier Antona, who is the emergency coordinator for Doctors Without Borders in Tanzania, telling us about the humanitarian crisis in Tanzania as a result of what's taking place in Burundi. Men, women and children continue to flee the war-torn, or rather Burundi, whereby violence has been erupting. We understand also that on Monday night there was a grenade attack and 2 people are feared to have died. Well, we'll get to hear more on that developing story, and of course how the refugee influx is like in Tanzania. We understand that more and more people continue to get into Tanzania in that camp called Nyarugusu camp, which is actually on the border between Tanzania and Burundi. Large numbers, we're talking about numbers of about 78,000 Burundians are currently sheltering in Congolese. And remember that this number is actually going up because they're joining 64,000 Congolese refugees who have been there in that particular camp since 1997. So we're talking about 150,000 refugees in Nyarugusu camp, and this camp is actually set to just be able to have a capacity of about 50,000. So we're talking about a number that is 3 times more the capacity of Nyarugusu camp. The pictures that you're seeing there, those are just the families there looking for shelter from Burundi. Those are pictures actually from MSF and Doctors Without Borders, who are currently in Tanzania taking care of the people who are there, saying that of course they need food, water. Those are some of the basic and very most important things that the refugees need, because you can see the numbers keep going up. He says that they are receiving about 3,000 refugees every single day. Those are really numbers that are to worry the people there. Well, he was joining us from Geneva, giving us an update of what exactly MSF is doing on the ground.